Let's look at a stylized H and an a brand new what they're calling Sunrise Orange logo. Now, on the surface, Honeywell Aerospace's recent update looks like a completely routine corporate refresh. Just something to catch the eye of investors, a harmless stroke of paint. But the reality of this moment is actually far more severe. Because what most people don't realize is that right behind this fresh paint lies the incredibly calculated dismantling of an entire corporate empire. For decades, Honeywell has literally been this unstoppable industrial conglomerate. But in the ruthless, high-stakes arena of modern aviation, well, the old rules of mass and scale are totally collapsing. So this isn't just a marketing update. It is a frantic, high-wire maneuver to survive. The aviation landscape is changing at absolute breakneck speed, demanding radical innovation in things like propulsion and advanced electrical systems. And a sprawling, bloated conglomerate, it simply can no longer keep pace with specialized titans.
Which brings us to part 1, a deceptive new horizon.
And part 2, the June 29th divide. You see, the October 2025 spinoff of their chemicals unit was really just the opening move in a much grander strategy. Then came the brand new aerospace logo on June 1st. 2 days later, they pitched a standalone strategy out in Phoenix, and it was all leading up to the ultimate consummation, scheduled for June 29th. The sheer precision of this dismantling is staggering. But that success exposed a monumental challenge that executives could no longer avoid. The real challenge here, the one engineers and executives are actively navigating, is fracturing the massive Honeywell conglomerate into 3 entirely distinct standalone firms. We're talking about tearing apart decades of integrated supply chains, shared resources, and literally their corporate DNA, all without crashing the underlying businesses in the process. The risks are monumental. One misstep, and the market is going to punish you without mercy.
Part 3, dissecting an empire.
The blueprint for their survival relies on absolute isolation. So, while the parent company retains the automation side of things, the aerospace division is going to fly totally solo on the Nasdaq under the ticker HONA. Stripped of all those other corporate distractions, they are quite literally betting their entire existence on this isolation. Leading to part 4, the General Electric precedent. But what happened next surprised even highly experienced observers. Because Honeywell isn't actually navigating this extreme path alone. They are following a brutal industry-wide survival tactic that was forged by General Electric back in April 2024. Just as GE shed its divisions to become a standalone aerospace giant, well, Honeywell is repeating the exact same surgical procedure. And this reveals a much larger consequence. Sheer size is no longer an advantage in aerospace. Survival now demands absolute focus. For a century, the reigning philosophy of corporate America was just expansion. Buy more, merge more, become a giant conglomerate. But the physical, grueling reality of building next-generation aircraft has completely broken that philosophy. You just cannot conquer the skies if your boardroom is distracted by industrial chemicals.
Part 5, shaping aviation's next era.
So, stripping away all that excess weight allows this new firm to execute its mission where it actually matters most, up in the physical reality of the skies. Far away from any boardroom strategy, this new agility translates directly to the tarmac. Right now, aboard their Boeing 757 test aircraft, engineers are actively pushing advanced electric and complex mechanical systems to their absolute limits. But the huge question remains, is this speed of innovation fast enough? Well, CEO Jim Courier makes the sheer ambition crystal clear. He argues that independence is the only way to innovate faster and move with greater agility. They aren't just trying to survive here. They fully intend to dictate exactly what the next era of aviation looks like, from the next-generation engines that power the aircraft right down to the invisible mechanical systems that keep them safely airborne. Yet, as that June 29th launch rapidly approaches for HANA, one truly critical question remains. Will dismantling a historic empire actually give them the wingspan they need to lead? Or will this massive fragmentation just leave them vulnerable to competitors who have already made the leap? The countdown is ticking, and you can be sure the entire aerospace industry is watching closely.